I am grateful that sometimes the internet works and sometimes it doesn't. We're definitely having some clogged tubes issues tonight. Should be good. We'll just keep this going. It's a short service, so hopefully we'll make it through okay. If you're just joining us and you'd like to log in, just hit send in the chat room and type a word and hit send, and that'll kick up the prompt to log in. And we begin, of course, with saying what we are grateful for in the month that is coming to a close. We are so grateful that Eliora is feeling empowered in her life right now to make big changes, and very exciting for Shlomo ben Abraham, Troy, that he is beginning his conversion process, and we're very excited for both of you. And in my own life, I'm very excited to have started a new job this past month, and for my friends and my family and the health of so many of those that I love. So now we move into the prayers for strength, acknowledging that not everything's perfect, and maybe there's some challenges that we are anticipating in this month that is beginning, and because of that, there's things that we might need a little bit of strength for. So as we think about what those things are and share them in the chat room, let's move into our prayers for strength, which is a version of the Micha Mocha, which is a traditional song of strength. And thank you very much for the mazel tovs on my new job. I'm never sure if what I look forward to more at these services is hearing what you're all grateful for or hearing what you need strength for. Because in some ways, what we need strength for is even more exciting, even if it's hard or sad or difficult, because that's the work of growth. But I'm also always excited to hear what's been going really well and what were you successful at and what just do you feel blessed by in the month that's closing. But I look forward to hearing the updates from you all next month on the things that you're sharing now. And as I shared in the chat room, I am personally looking for strength to continue in my new job with grace and presence and consciousness. And I'm in a year-long program of personal transformation right now. So continuing that work with commitment and doing that really deep, hard work that I've committed to do this year. And then on top of that, so Addie is heading off phenomenally. He's heading on a great trip for Purim. And I'm excited because in a couple of weeks, I will be heading up to the Isabella Friedman Retreat Center again and joining the student Kohanot as a new cohort finishes their first level of training. So I'm going to be there as what's called a Devora, which is an assistant to help out for the week. And it's the second or third time I've gotten to do that. It's always so amazing. Those women blow me away every time. And for you all, the bonus is I come back with new chants because there's always new chants weaving in and out of the Kohenet community. So whenever I go up, I get to learn new chants that I bring hopefully to you all, usually on the Sabbath, but you never know. So, and yes, Purim is coming up, if nothing else, so we have our amazing holiday of Purim coming up. So let's talk about that, the month that is beginning now, Adar Bet. So I'm going to do a little switch and see if I can do this with some elegance on the screen. There we go. All right, had to do the switch there of the image and the voice. So we looked at this image a month ago, and this image is the journey from Shvat to Adar to Nisan. And these images you're looking at are from the transparent tarot. Most of you know I read tarot cards as well as many other types of cards, and I love this one because it is transparent and you can layer them over each other. And each month of the Jewish year actually does have a card associated with it. There's a letter associated, and it's complicated, but there are cards for each month. And so it's one of the ways that I'll explore what the meaning of the month is. And Adar Aleph and Adar Bet both have the same symbols for them. They're both about the moon. And it's the month of lunacy. It's the month of the hidden and revealing the hidden with Queen Esther. And it's a month of increasing joy in our lives. But we have that guiding star that then becomes the moon and our inner sight. And then finally moves into the world of Nisan, which is the world of human creation. So think of both Mitzrayim, Egypt, and the work of creating the pyramids there and Pharaoh's world, but also the work of building the temple. So there's a lot of rich, juicy pieces in there. But right now we're in Adar Bet. And we've also right set our calendar because it's a leap year. The holidays will feel like they're in the right place again for a little while. So just a couple of things to think about in the month that is coming to a close, and some imagery to hopefully inspire you in our month that is coming to a close. But it's also, I show you this because because it's also a month of heightened sensitivities. And I've had a lot of people mention recently they feel a little more sensitive. Emotions seem to be a little bit higher. And that's really what this month is about too. And can we control our emotions when we need to? And if you read the Megillah, the book of Esther, you'll see that's a big part of the story is controlling your emotions a little bit, even when things seem a little out of control, but then feeling the joy when it's time to feel the joy. And if you're interested in learning more about this, there's a link in the Siddur to, you can see a little bit more about what that's all about. But I wanted to show you that image before we moved into our final portion of our service tonight, which is the opening to blessings, our final chant of the evening. Here, I'll bring me back up. There I am. So thinking about this, was what song, what chant do we want to use to open to blessings tonight? And I'm going back to an old favorite. I think we've done this several times probably since we've been rotating the chants. But it just felt so just perfect tonight. And I thought we would use Ashrei. And Ashrei is from Psalm 84, and the line is, "Happy are those who dwell in your house, they keep praising you." And since this is a month of increasing joy and the potential of increasing joy, it seemed like it might be a good one to use. And in particular, we're going to use Rabbi Shefa Gold's version of the chant, but with a little modification. And I also share this one because if you're having trouble finding that joy, when I was going through a rough patch a few months back, on my way into work over the morning, I found myself just chanting this over and over. And when I got off the metro, I was doing it, within my head on the train. But as I was walking from the station to work, I just started singing it, and I decided I didn't care who heard me, and it was so transformative. It felt amazing as I was singing this on the way in and playing with the breath and the sounds and where they fell in my face and in my mouth and in my throat. And in particular, the different feel and sounds of the masculine God language and the feminine God language. Rabbi Shefa Gold is very, very particular in how you do her chants generally because she puts a lot of work into the intention behind them, and the phrasing is meant to evoke something within your body and without and have a really specific embodied effect on you. And I noticed when I sang it with feminine God language, I kind of lost something, which was really upsetting. And then I started playing with the placement of it and what happened to find that space. And I don't know, I learned something from that. So I want to sort of open that to you all and see what happens for you tonight. And Addie, it's awesome you started chanting the chants at work. I do it all the time. Somebody asked me if I have a theme song, somebody at work. And I laughed because I knew what they were asking me, but I don't have one. I have lots of them, whatever I need in the moment, and it's usually one of these chants, whether it's one of Holy Tea's chants, or one of Shefa's chants, or one of Shoshana Jedwab's chants, or any of the many others of the amazing people who are chanters who teach us through music. Those are the ones that I use all the time. So let's try Ashrei tonight. There's the transliteration for you in the Siddur, masculine and feminine. And let's try it first in the masculine God language and really try to feel what's happening within your body as you're doing it. And then we'll switch to the feminine language and see if you notice anything different. I'm going to give you a suggestion on how to capture that same feeling in the feminine. And the main reason is at the end of Veitecha in the masculine, that is an automatic resonance in your throat, right? That sound, that chet noise, which is just very powerful in sound. When you do in the feminine, it's veitecha, so much softer actually. So when you do the feminine, what I want to suggest is breathe all the way through it. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. Veitecha. And then breathe back in on your mouth. So you pull that air back into the back of your throat and your soft palate. Shalom. Good to see you. We have more people, somebody else joining us. So welcome, welcome. We are on singing Ashrei. You're at perfect time of increasing joy and happiness in your life. So let's do a little Ashrei. And again, this is Shefa Gold's version of it. And of course, now my brain is going to blank. Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha Odi Hallelujah Odi Hallelujah Odi Hallelujah. Let's do that masculine 3 times and switch to the feminine and really try to see how it feels in your body as you sing it. Ashrei